Приветствую всех, с вами Лада. Меня так сильно химичило со звуком, что его запарывало. К счастью, в этот раз у меня хотя бы остался звук игры. Поэтому краткий пересказ. Внезапно. Итак, я попёрлась напролом, чисто по интересу, пустят или нет. Узнала много нового. Обманули, развели на деньги. Как обычно. Обидели коренного жителя.
Article 30.1.5 of the Council's decree on extraordinary wartime measures. I am confiscating that. The city thanks you for your contribution. Your name?
На будущее. Намотать ее кишки на ближайший стол.
Well met, citizen.
Your parasite stirs. From the construct you feel connection, resonance.
Not just yet. State your business.
А это у нас медвесыч не загрузился.
Ага. Eyes open,
Внезапно.
body still.
Behind the watcher's gaze, a presence awakens. You are seen. You are known. Your party's prior transgressions are reflected in its stare, as witnessed by the cult's ever-alert, scrying eyes. It has heard the howls of slaughtered goblins. It knows the cold walls of Moonrise Towers, and the cultists who fell there. The Watcher speaks directly into your mind with a voice like poisoned honey.
You are marked for special treatment. Not simply an enemy of the people, but an enemy of the absolute. Come quietly, or die. Please comply now, citizen. I will interpret any further hesitation as resistance.
Eat this, you pile of junk!
В общем, гномы были правы, расхерачить к черту эту кузницу.
Recovery is imminent.
Damn it all! Find those little bastards or I'll have your heads!
Вот теперь думаю, а если бы согласилась на то, чтобы меня арестовали, то же самое было бы по скрипту. Или нет? Ну, в общем, начала я тут бегать. И угадайте, кого я нашла. Здравствуй, солнышко.
I'm glad you came. Not to my door, not yet, but to the final reckoning. One more thing before we begin, though.
Кто бы мог подумать, что сегодня я сделаю вещи, о которых, возможно, буду жалеть.
For the first time since the Nautiloid your mind is clear. It's unsettling.
That was no party trick. Somebody's missing. Can't you tell? That illithid you keep in your pocket can't hear us anymore. I brought you here because I'm true to my word. And I can make all of this tadpole business go away. Which means you and your lovely friends can remain blessedly free of tentacles. Let us speak plain. I'll admit, you've impressed me. I wasn't sure you'd make it this far. But no matter how far you come, you're still on the road to ruin. A road that leads directly to a confrontation with the Elder Brain. At best, it will kill you, and everyone else in this city. At worst, it will assimilate you, and you won't have enough free will left to even wish you were dead. You have the key to destroying it in the palm of your hand, though. In a manner of speaking. But it's the one inside the prison that you need, not the illithid, the Gith. I can give you the means to break him free. To illithids, yes. He would gladly execute the Emperor. But to you, he will be a friend. After all, you're at war with an Elder Brain. No. Orpheus is the only reason you're still alive. The Emperor is abusing the Gith for its own ends. And it's doing the same to you. You're nothing more than the beast of burden that will transport it to the Elder Brain. An ox requires food, and the occasional beating to keep it moving. You are simpler. The Emperor's words serve as both carrot and stick.
Perhaps it is true that Orpheus would ally with you against the Elder Brain. But if he proves uncooperative once free, you may have to kill him.
И вот тут я начала задумываться.
The Orphic Hammer. An artifact capable of shattering the chains that hold Prince Orpheus is held securely in my House of Hope, even now. Isn't it just? And it's even more convenient that you can give me exactly what I want in return. Power. You free Orpheus, and in doing so save the city, the Sword Coast, perhaps the whole world, and your own precious skin, too. And you give me the crown that dominates the Elder Brain. Better to have it in my hands, and far from your precious world, than in the hands of the gods and monsters that fight over this city's soul. I have craved it ever since the arch-wizard Carsus created it, long centuries ago, and brought doom to the Empire of Netheril. That was the great age of humanity, and Netheril's flying sky cities were the apex of civilization. I was there the day it all fell apart. Entire cities plummeted from the sky, like angels with broken wings. The screams, oh, the screams.
И вот тут я
Hundreds of
начала
thousands of people
задумываться.
watching in horror as the ground came up to meet them. It was not a
Куда он
happy
клонит,
meeting.
чего хочет,
And Carsus was
чего он
responsible.
хочет от меня,
Not driven by malice, but by
и не
ambition.
подавится ли он
He
той
forged
силой,
a
которую
crown
так желает.
with all the powers of magic. A crown that would make any who wore it a
Очень
god.
убедительно.
Men cannot contain so much power. The crown destroyed its creator, and his empire fell with him. Carsus's folly, the bards and scholars call it. I call it hope. The hope of creating a better world, and the perils of unchecked hubris. I knew then that the folly of mortals could be the triumph
корона
of
никак.
devils, and that I could use that crown to unite the nine under one. Archdevil supreme. Me.
А может, это было самое лучшее ее применение?
I am no mortal, and I do not fail. The Hells require order to function. It is what separates us from mortals and demons. With the crown, I would impose perfect order, unity, efficiency, control. My kingdom would control its borders and stay within them.
Ну что ж, мне предложили сделку.
Hidden. The archdevil
Дайте ему то, что он
Mephistopheles
хочет.
snatched up the crown and squirreled it away in one of his vaults.
Идея не самая
He was
хорошая,
not more than a frigid archivist. So much power
но все-таки
and potential kept inert.
и не
He
самая
made a
плохая.
miracle into a museum piece. I raged, but only for a decade or so. Then I waited, ever watching for more than 1,000 years, for a mistake, a mishap, a misadventure. And these chosen, who have caused you so much trouble accidentally, did me a favor. They brought the crown back into play. Through the aid of a diabolist, somebody capable of opening a portal to the Hells, deep in the Hells. They must have raided Mephistopheles' vault. Impressive, I must admit. But they'll be dead soon. If you don't kill them, the Elder Brain will. It doesn't have feelings in the way you'd understand them. But it seems rather angry. It is inevitable. When you destroy the brain, and you will because you must, the crown will be yours for the taking. And when that moment comes, you give the crown to me. In exchange, I give you the hammer now.
A simple transaction, it seems, but it's more than that. He's offering you an alternative to the mind flayer in your head. Take Raphael's deal and you could free Orpheus. With Orpheus free, you would have no need to rely on the Emperor. But there's no guarantee that Orpheus would be on your side. And if you take the deal, you'll have to fulfill it. You'll have to deliver the crown of Carsus to the devil himself. He claims his ambition is to unite the Hells, but can he be trusted to stop there? Do you trust him more than you trust the Emperor?
Удивительно, но факт. Рафаил меня частично убедил. И пусть мне свойственно сочувствие, даже милосердие. Я некромант. Даже если земля будет усеяна трупами. Для меня это лишь расходник. И пусть я тянула резину, но выбор я уже сделала. И артачусь я уже приличия ради.
How short-sighted. Much better to put it into the right hands. Hands that will ensure it is removed from this world. And it's the only way you can ensure that you remain part of this world.
Я долго думала. По-моему, минут 5. Но выбор я сделала.
Right here, you'll find everything is in order. The moment I have your signature, you will have the means to free Orpheus. The hammer. You guarantee the crown will be mine once the brain is defeated, and I swear that I will never use the crown to dominate a mortal.
Кажется, у меня будет неприятная беседа с Уиллом. Но ничего не поделаешь. В конце концов, я его не осуждала за сделку. Эх, Лиска будет рада.
Perfect. One more rhyme, for old time's sake. The master was slain within his own house. They dined on him both, the cat and the mouse. The hammer is yours. You will find yourself in Orpheus's presence before the end comes. When you do, shatter the chains that hold him. Be sure to keep the hammer safe. Until then, your survival depends on it. And I'll keep your contract safe in my house of hope. I'll be seeing you, and when I do, we dine.
The ink has barely dried, yet you feel a growing disquiet at what exactly you just signed. Perhaps a diabolus can offer some comfort. Or a way out. For a devil's bargain is a hard one to break.
Ну что ж, развлечение прибавилось. Есть время подумать. нагнуть Рафаила или выполнить сделку честно. Сложный выбор. Трудный.
There you are. I thought I'd lost you. Something was blocking me from hearing your thoughts.
Ну, императору я тоже не верю до конца. И тут Рафаэл прав.
Raphael? Well, thank you for your honesty. Of course, I should have known the devil would come sniffing. The stench of impending chaos is irresistible to them. And what did he want with you? Giving a devil what he wants sounds like a brilliant idea. And what did he offer you in return for bringing it to him?
Ну, как сказать?
Tell me, you turned him down. Good. I am glad. But be careful. The devil is like a cockroach. No matter what you do to it, it will always come back. I doubt this will be the last time you are approached. I trust that you will continue to remember who is really on your side. Without my protection, you cannot defeat the Elder Brain. You cannot even get close to it, no matter what the devil whispers in your ear.
Ну, а потом я решил искать третий этаж, потому что я вижу, что их 3, а пускают меня только на 2. Лесенку нашла. Ура!
Open up.
Keep your distance, darling. With pleasure.
Наконец-то переломав кучу отмычек. Оставил он смог.
All's well that ends. Not as bad as it
Ну
could
что ж,
have.
мы нашли хлебное место. Наконец наше расследование сдвигается с мертвой точки.
These tunnels were full of shapeshifters. Father Lorgan's name is written here too.
Maybe even are.
Don't mind if I do. Here goes nothing.
Blood near the bed.
Never wanted the easy path.
Внезапно мы нашли труп.
Notice some blood has pooled on the wooden floor.
Действительно, что бы это могло значить?
You notice the blood's source. A body hidden under the bed.
У нас 5 вопросов. Начинаем викторину.
The corpse regards you lifelessly.
Murdered by my son.
It's to be expected. Some families just don't get along.
Baldur. Found his secret. My sweet boy. Why?
The corpse remains silent. It does not know.
Killed folk slowly. He liked it.
The spell's power wanes. You can ask no more questions.
I know this key. It's identical to the one held by that corpse in the tunnels.
What's inside?
Итак, выяснив, кто, куда, зачем и как, я пошла искать слона. Выглядит комично и грустно одновременно.
Hang on a sec. I recognize that face. You were talking to Yanis after I left the temple. I'll bet she's put you up to something. Why must you busybodies insist on interrupting a perfectly good night? I know that look. You remind me of Devella. Fine! If you doubt my conclusions, out with it. What have you found? While that is startling, it's still... That's what you need if you want to change my mind. Hard evidence. A reason, too, if you're at it. Why was Lorgan... That doesn't make sense. Why would this dwarf kill Father Lorgan? I want something compelling. Devella's been harping on about Baal for months. Fancies herself something of an expert. I assumed it was just a bunch of conspiracy codswallop and fear-mongering. But she's been unusually insistent about this one, even for her. Fine, I'll bite. What's your theory? Well, if that's true, that sounds dreadful. And complicated. As if this cult of the Absolute wasn't enough to worry about. Constable Devella is going to be a real pain in the trunk about this. Since you seem to be on an obnoxiously similar wavelength, why don't you seek her out? She'll be at the Elf Song Tavern. Show her the list, and I'll stay and inform the Fist here. Oh, and you'll need this pass. It'll give you access to the lower city.
Приятно было узнать, что теперь я детектив.
What are you waiting for? You've a bloody conspiracy to solve. Move!
Ну, раз так... Что ж, займемся. Потом пошли искать орфистов. Нашла.
You can turn off the charm, Entharl. She's with me.
Blueberries. Thought I had a sale. You look tired, Harper.
I missed you too. They're already here?
Down below. Here's the key.
No.
Oh, aye. Helm forbid. Harper's nesting in yourself.
Конечно,
tends to
прямо
scare
сейчас.
off business. So, if you mean to sling some coin around, only Jahira will complain. Right, Sonny. You're on the door till our friends are done. God forbid we do any business today.
И вот второй пренеприятнейший сюрприз.
Hi, Harper. May Soluna's tears shine on this meeting.
Hey, Very formal greeting, Geraldus. You are well?
Yes, High Harper. Standing beneath Selûne's tears.
The lad's a little nervous, Jaheira. We heard of your great victory against Ketheric.
I understand, Geraldus. Take a moment. And you, Harper. There is something familiar about you. Doesn't she remind you of our old friend Marcus?
Jaheira's meaning is clear. Marcus was a traitor laying a trap. The same, it seems, is happening here.
Ну, надо было немножко убедиться.
Jaheira will see through them. She must. She's fought
Далее идет битва. Приятно было наконец-то развлечься. Наконец-то Лада раскачалась так, что можно творить дичь в свое удовольствие, а не творить дичь, чтобы выжить. Большая разница. Кто орать начал, я так и не поняла. Не эти же перевертыши. Перевертыши. Идите к черту. Они перевертыши, я не выговорю. То, что сложнее 5 слогов, Лада выговаривать не умеет. Все.
I think I could go another round. The straight path.
что-нибудь.
This way. Doppelgangers. How many has she brought to Baal's side, I wonder?
Mahler's mark. How many more Harpers dead?
You're shopping for a suit. Didn't leave my parents.
Moving in.
Did I get it right?
Shaluna's tears. It is said no false face can stand beneath their light. An old code, Harper. But yes, you got it right. Now I need your report.
We had eyes on suspected cultists in the city, like you asked. We thought we were tracking them, but...
They were tracking you instead. Evidently. Doppelgangers.
And they're not just working with the cult. Hi, Harper. They're part of it. Baalists, I think.
Sworn to Orin the Red, yes. We've already had the pleasure. Go on.
Everything seemed fine until your latest orders. Until we started to search for the Rashomon. They struck the same night. I woke to one of them strangling Chelvin, while smiling at me out of her face. She said... It said... that I'd report back to you as normal. Lure you here, and... I had no choice!
I'm sure it felt that way, Geraldus. The others were likely dragged back to Orin. Tortured. Sacrificed. I do not expect you to die for me. But to risk Entharl, any citizen who might have wandered in, there is always a choice. And the Harper must be able to make the hard ones. Perhaps this isn't the life for you after all, Geraldus.
No, Jaheira! Hi, Harper! Please! I'm still a Harper. I want to help!
You've scarcely signed up, boy. And there is a war coming. Why die a Harper, when you could still live as anything else? This work isn't for everyone, boy, and there is no shame in that. Go home to your mother, and leave the task to us.
Yes, High Harper.
Just Jaheira to you now. Go on. I have all the help I need.
Пусть это жестоко, но лучше ему и правда заняться чем-нибудь другим. Ну что ж, на этом мы заканчиваем. Точнее, я заканчиваю. 1,5 часа я зарезала в 47 минут примерно. Меня это более чем устраивает. Вроде я наладила звук. По крайней мере, теперь он не будет дублироваться, и я смогу свой голос хоть как-то приводить в божий вид. Ну и может еще наконец-то от соплей избавлюсь за это время. Я тут во вторник умудрилась в дождь и снег погулять, что было весьма недальновидно. Спасибо за просмотр. Хорошего вам дня и пока-пока.